Hey there, welcome. My name's Andrew Medlam. Now, if you've never heard of me before or seen me before, then I'm absolutely cool with that. Over the next 15, 20 minutes, you're going to get to know a little bit more about me. I am going to try and keep this video as short as that. Now, if I do run over, then it's just purely and simply down to for the fact that I'm like over delivering and delivering value because I really want to explain how you should be using a tool like this. You should be having access to a sales dashboard and the benefits of this to you and how you can actually make it work for inside your business to hit the goals that you want to hit. Now, let me just break things down because this isn't something that I outsource. This isn't something that I just invested into somebody else to build it for me. This is something that I built for myself because I needed this. And this has been in the making over the last 24 months. And it's been at variations at different stages. Not sure what variation this is, but it's obviously the current version. Now, I am actually only giving you part of 3 sections of it. There is other sections of it, but I am actually giving you the main 3 parts of it. And to be honest with you, you don't need anything else right now. Just understand the performance and the fluctuation of your business. So I built it for myself. I give it to clients. I've opened it up to an handful of people for a few weeks, and then I will be closing it back down again and just keeping it for private clients. Here's what I want to say to you is because I cannot get my head around this. And, if you can help me, then please reach out and let me know. But I just can't understand people to get access to something because they can see that there's a lack of something in their business. So this is the thing that's going to plug the hole. Yet when they get hold of it, they don't do anything with it. I can't get my head around that. I can't fathom that out. Can't understand why people would do that. If that is your general rule of thumb, if that is a behavioral pattern of yours, what I would say is like, don't waste this. Like, let other people get access to this, but don't waste this. Don't get access to this. Spend time looking at it, thinking, oh, wow, that's cool. Never do anything with it. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of my time. It's devaluing my time. It's a waste of your time. I want this to get into the hands of serious, experienced coaches, high-level entrepreneurs, people that want to make a difference in the world, people that want to build a growth business, people that are committed to it in their dreams, and people that are committed to building their business. So if that's you, amazing, right? Get access to this, run with this, make it work for your business, make it profitable for your business, but just don't waste it, right? Because it's been a lot of hours in the making to actually get this to where it is. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly open up a whiteboard that I created to ask you a few questions before I jump into the actual CEO sales dashboard. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you in control of your business? Now, you might be scratching your head thinking, well, how do I know if I am in control of my business? Well, let me ask you just a few questions, right? To get to the bottom of that answer. So do you know how many clients you need to hit 20K months? Now, you might want to hit 40K months. You might want to hit 15K a month, whatever your goal is. You might want to hit 60K a month. But do you know how many clients you need in order to make that goal a reality? Do you know how many calls you need to book in to make your goal a reality? Do you know how many calls you need to book in each and every month? Do you know how many leads you generated? Like, actually, how many leads you generated last week? The week before that? The week before that? Do you know how many leads you generated through the entirety of, let's say, July or June? You see, 9 times out of 10, when I take clients or coaches through a sales audit and I ask them questions like this, they don't know, which tells me straight away that they don't have control of their business. So as you are answering these questions, if you're saying no, 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 then the simple fact is that you're not in control of your business. Do you know how many calls you scheduled last week or the previous week or the week before that or in July? Do you know how much money is sat in your pipeline right now of potential leads? I'm going to show you how to look at your pipeline in a totally or through a totally different lens, which will blow your mind. It'll make you excited about following up, right? I'm going to really shift the narrative on follow-up and how you look at your pipeline. But if you're answering no, 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 if you can't like open something up and quickly identify how many leads you generate over the last 1, 2, 3 weeks or last month, or how many calls you booked in, or how many calls you need, or how much is currently sat in your pipeline, if you can't identify those, then you are not in control of your business. If you want to take back control of your business, you need to use this CEO sales dashboard. So let's jump into this. Let me open the CEO sales dashboard right now. So you should be able to see this on my desktop. So this is the main dashboard. This is the CEO sale. This is the main dashboard, right? Now, at the bottom, you can see that there's 2 other tabs. There's the lead flow tab and there's the daily KPI tab. For the first part of this video, I'm going to quickly give you a whistle-stop tour of the CEO sales dashboard, what you can see right now. So here in the top left-hand corner, you put in your monthly sales target, how much like a premium priced offer, paid in full, premium priced offer, part payment. And then once you've injected numbers into these 3 columns here, then the dashboard will then spit out all the numbers, right? It'll give you KPIs, it'll give you data based on the figures you put in here. So let's do that right now, right? So let's say that your monthly target is $20,000. Just for easy maths, right? You put in there whatever it is. And then let's say that you're charging $5,000. And a part payment for you is 2-part payment of 2,500. So as I injected data, the money data, into those 3 columns there, we can see there that the CEO sales dashboard is now telling us that we need 4 clients. That's obvious, that's easy maths. On a conversion ratio of 20%, we need to book 20 calls in the next 4 weeks, right? So that's obviously just 5 calls a week, right? So because we've now got 20 calls here, I've created a bigger area so we can quickly see and identify that we need to do whatever is possible to book 20 calls in the next 4 weeks to make sure that we hit our goal of $20,000, right? Because if we do, and 20% conversion ratio is low, believe me, right? But I don't know where you are in sales. I don't know if you've like what your skill set is like in sales, conversions, handling objections. So this is set relatively low. Everything else on here, which I'm going to quickly walk and talk you through, but everything else on here is manipulated when we inject data into the other 2 tabs. So we don't touch anything else on this dashboard. As we inject data into the lead flow area, into the daily KPI tabs, we'll see that these fields here change as we start entering data into the other tabs. Make sense? So we don't come in and start adding things in here. We just leave it alone. We just inject these first 3 figures here, and then everything else we just leave alone, because this is an interactive dashboard. So underneath here, we've got active number of calls booked in calendar in week 1, in week 2, in week 3, in week 4. And as we go through week 1 to week 4, we're going to get in the full tally of how many calls we've got scheduled in. And that is also going to be injected into this field here, so we can quickly identify if we're on target. And then we're also, from the volume of people that's actually scheduled calls into the calendar to speak with you, right? That's now going to show you a percentage based on your paid in full offer. Is going to give you a percentage of how many potential or how much potential sales is actually sat in your calendar at any one given time. Again, when you see this figure, this is really going to make you look at your follow-up and treat your pipeline at a whole new level. And then as you start getting sales in, right? We're going to see sales paid in full, sales part payment, total monthly sales figures. And then these are also going to be populated down here as well. So we can quickly identify and see how our business is operating from a sales point of view. Now, if you don't, again, if you can't see this at a touch of a button with inside your business, you're not in control of your business. But now I'm going to give you access to being back in control of your business. And then also down here on the right-hand side, as we are generating leads throughout week 1, 2, 3, and 4, you're going to be able to see the number of leads that you're generating each week here on the right-hand side as well. So let's jump into the other tabs and we'll start adding data into the tabs so you can actually see how it works on this main dashboard as well. So one of the things that we do is track lead flow. Now, one of the best ways to track lead flow, and this is not about giving you strategies, organic strategies, but one of the ways that we track leads is having certain keywords for certain things that we're giving away, right? So let's say that I've got 3 things that I'm giving away, and each thing that I'm giving away, which potentially could be a lead magnet, I have got a unique word that I ask people to comment underneath the post in order to get access to something. So let's say that I have asked, I'm giving something away and the keyword is rich or money or audit, right? So whatever it is you're giving away, you would assign a keyword to that and add in that keyword into these fields here. So you know, as each and every day goes by throughout the week, we can track how many leads we generated for this specific lead magnet, this one, and this one, and so on, right? So let's say on Monday, let's say I generated 19 people that said that they wanted access to this specific, let's say it's a PDF document, right? I got 19 people that wanted access to that. Let's say I got 5 people that wanted access to that. And let's say I got 3 people that requested an audit session with me. And then Tuesday, I got, let's say 15 people that again requested access to the rich document. I got, let's say I got 18 people who requested access to that, and 2 people requested an audit session with me. So as you can see, across the column, I am having, across here, I've got now 34 leads of people wanting access to this, 23 people wanting access to this, and 5 people wanting access to a audit session with me. So I can see my daily lead flow adding up here at the bottom. Now, if I went back onto the CEO sales dashboard, I can see, because if I look here, so far I've generated 62 leads in total. If I go back to the CEO sales dashboard, I have now generated 62 leads. Instantly, from a bird's eye point of view, I can look here and I can see how my business is performing, or maybe it's underperforming, right? But I can see the lead flow. This gets you excited. When you start looking at data and you can see this type of data inside your business, it gets you excited because you can see that your business is moving forward. You can see your business is performing. You can see the levels of your business and how that's performing, right? And the same will happen on week 2. So let's say that we ramp this up. These are the type of leads that we generated on week 2. Again, we're looking to the CEO sales dashboard, and week 2, we've generated 106 leads. Again, when you see your business functioning and operating and performing at this level, the energy that you bring into your business is next level, because you can see it's working. You can see that what you're doing is working, is functioning as it should be functioning, and you get excited about your business. Make sense? Right? Cool. You like it so far? So that's how we're going to track leads. Now, if I jump into this last tab here, which is the daily KPIs, these are the benchmarks. These are the things that we do each and every day, each week, in order to have a growth business. So, and again, what I'm not going to do inside this training is not about giving you trainings and specifics on each of these KPIs. It's just showing you how this tracker works. But these are the things we do each and every day in order to schedule calls and make sales. So we've got 20 to 30 bonding sessions per day. So let's say that I'm a over performer, and let's say I did 45, and from that 45, let's say I did 12 insights, and I also did 22 follow-ups. I proposed, let's say, 14 calls, and from the 14 calls, let's say that I scheduled 5 calls. One of those calls were for today. Let's say 2 were for tomorrow, and I'm in a 5 for 3, and 2 was for Wednesday. And then I had 1 call that day. So I didn't have any no-shows. But let's say that I didn't make any sales. Right? It's cool. Did the activity and didn't make any sales. The following day, let's say I did 38 bonding sessions, and from that I did 15 insights. Let's say from that, and also from the previous day as well, let's say that I did 33 follow-ups. Let's say that I proposed 18 calls, and from those 18 calls, let's say I booked 6 people. Let's say that 1 was for today, so that means that I've got 3 calls today. Let's say that 1 was for tomorrow, right? And you can see how it works, right? Just you tally them in for when the calls are booked in. Let's say that I did 2 calls. Let's say that I had 1 no-show, and let's say that I had 1 paid in full client, and let's say that I had 1 parts payment client. So as we go down to the bottom, that's tallied up here. If I now jump into the CEO's main dashboard, right, just look how this is changing and creating shape now, right? This is now getting exciting because I can see inside my sales dashboard that I've made 1 full payment. I've got 1 part payment of $2,500. Collectively in one day, I've done $7,500. Sat inside I can see how many calls I've booked in so far in week 1. So I can see here that I'm on track for doing 20 calls already. From the 11 people that's actually currently sat in the pipeline, active pipeline, I've got $55,000 of potential sales. $55,000 of potential sales. That's how you're going to look at your pipeline totally different, through a totally different lens, right? When somebody books a call with you, their potential client, that's money sitting in the bank, right? So if you've got 8 calls booked in, if you've got 3 calls booked in, if you've got 10 calls booked in, add that up to the paid in full amount of money that you are selling at, and that's how much money you got sat in your pipeline. That's super cool. Totally changes the dynamics of how you look at your pipeline. I can see that I've done 1 paid in full sale. I can see I've done a part payment sale, and I can see collectively, totally so far, I've done $7,500. And then each day we do the same thing. We do the same thing each week. So let's move on to week 2, right? So let's just say that I did on Monday, I did 30. From the 30, I did 6 insights. I also did, or let's say I did 55 follow-ups. And from there, I did 16 proposed calls. Like, I've got KPIs here for benchmarks, but I'm an overachiever. Right? I always push above and beyond. Let's say that I scheduled in 5 calls. I got 2 calls booked in for today and 3 remaining calls booked in for tomorrow. I did 2 calls, and let's say I did 2 paid in full clients. So if we go back to the dashboard, again, now we can see that we've got $80,000 sat in the pipeline for this current month. And even if these calls have gone, right, there's still people you can follow up with. There's still people that sat in your pipeline. These are still people that are now hot to trot prospects, right? You've added value and you can still convert them, right? So that is how the CEO sales dashboard works. And it continues from week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. And by injecting a dashboard like this into your business, this is going to give you back control of your business. You're going to be able to see if your business is underperforming, overperforming. And if it's underperforming, you're going to be able to see where you need to correct it. You're going to be able to quickly identify what's not working and the things that you need to work on in order to increase the numbers or increase your skill sets. Because ultimately, that's all it takes actually to build a business, like learning the real skill sets in order to build a business. So increase the skill sets, plug that all in a leaking bucket, and like make every element of your business perform and function at the level that you require it to in order for you to hit your monthly goals. So that's it, the CEO sales dashboard. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you love it. If you've got any questions around it, then just reach out. Like, I'm easily accessible. Just reach out, ask me a question. If you want to schedule a call with me to see, or just to jump on a sales audit, right? To look at your figures, to look at your business, to look at the direction that you're going, to jump underneath the trenches, look underneath the hood, see what's happening, point you a different direction if it needs to be, help you to tweak what needs to be tweaked to move you forward, or just to see what it's like to work with me, then just jump inside my DMs. There'll be a link around here somewhere, or just find me on Facebook, jump inside my DMs, start a conversation with me. I'll get back to you ASAP, and then we'll move forward from there. Just let you know, right? I am not the type of person that's going to sell somebody into something that I don't feel that as though I can really, really help them. If I feel as though I can help you, then I'll invite you to work with me, to partner with me, to be coached and mentored by me. If I really don't, and on the heart feel as though I can serve you and it doesn't make sense for you to invest your money, then I'll not, right? That conversation will never happen. Or it might happen, but I'll just say, look, honestly, for where you're at, it just doesn't make sense right now. No hard feelings, no disrespect to you, but I suggest that you do this first and get yourself up to this level before you're ready to actually jump in at this level with me to actually, to have me on your side. But ultimately, like, take access of this CEO sales dashboard, run with it, play with it, and make it work for you and your business. I'll speak to you soon.